Quaid Azam, Part 360. For India, tragically, the birth of Pakistan does not end this debate. About the status of minorities, particularly Muslims, I question seriously whether it does so in Pakistan. Whether it does so in Pakistan either, but in India, our having once accepted this principle of reservation circa in 1909, then of partition, how can we now deny it to the others, even such Muslims as have had to or chosen to live in India? Which is why some voices of Muslim protest now go to the extent of speaking of a third partition, second being the birth of Bangladesh. This in reality is amongst the mound of residues of our fractured freedom. The vivisection of 1947 has left us no peace, and it has not left behind any settled peace in the separated portions, either primarily because the central problem of relations between Hindus and Muslims remains, as partition had come escorting a permanent divide between our people. It is the land, admittedly, that we had accepted to partition, but in the process, had we not also agreed to a simultaneous cutting up of the human societies too? How could they have consigned this as a legacy to us, the future generation of our entire subcontinent? What gall, what a legacy. Those Muslims who remained or were left behind in India now find themselves as almost abandoned, bereft of a sense of real kinship, if not being one in their entirety with the rest. This robs them of the essence of the psychological security, as indeed the remaining Hindus suffer in Pakistan and or in Bangladesh, even as they are slowly, silently, but continuously driven out. Our other post-independence challenge, rather responsibility, was of organizing ourselves into a truly democratic and republican framework. But this, within the context of our complex society, has not really worked. Certainly not satisfactorily, at least not yet principally, perhaps only because one of the unintended, perhaps also not initially appreciated, consequence of this partition has been the de facto creation of different categories, classes of citizens. Even if we shy away from recognizing as a fact at the upper end of this problem, it is truly Orwellian. Some people are just mere people than the others. At the other end, we frequently take recourse to a whole variety of short-term palliatives. These are at best work for a while, but only as an empty, palliatory gestures, for that is just what they are, not the needed solutions. For underlying these gestures is no honesty of the purpose. Consequently, they are not accompanied by the needed efficiency of delivery. Therefore, they too, after a while, grind to a halt. Thus, further damage is caused, for all such measures seals our societal division into watertight compartments, but only demands the challenge. The challenge lies in our addressing these fundamental honestly, but that challenge, we shy away from it. It intimidates us, questioning the very bona fides of our vote obsessed polity. Muslims in India had got habituated